Before watching this video, be warned that it does contain spoilers for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. In the previous video uploaded to the channel, I covered all the new vehicles that the First Order deployed for each respective battle of the film. This time around, I want to turn attention to the Resistance, as they also brought in an abundance of new vehicles to Star Wars canon. We'll begin by looking at the Resistance fleet and its command ship, the Marauders. The Marauders stretched in over 3 kilometers in length and was one of the last warships designed prior to the disarmament treaty between the Empire and the New Republic. If you don't know about that, you should definitely go check out the Aftermath book. Book 1 covers that idea in full. Now, the Marauders was originally part of the New Republic fleet before it was turned in favor of newer ships. Its strongest trait was in fact the capabilities of its deflector shields, which protected it from numerous First Order attacks during The Last Jedi. The next ship is certainly inspired by Corellian ships of the past and is simply known as the Ninka. This ship was headed by Vice Admiral Hodo before she moved to the Marauders in wake of Leia's injury during the evacuation of Dakar. The Ninka was known to his crew as the Bunker Buster due to its ability to carry heavy ordnance pods. The Ninka also carried 3 Virgilian-designed heavy plasma bombs for use in orbital strikes. Moving on to the next ship in the fleet, it is known as the Anodyne. This Nebulon C escort ship served as a hospital for the Resistance fleet and has gone under extensive modification to do so. Though it was a medical frigate, this ship was still able to defend itself quite well with turbo lasers, point defense cannons, and tractor beam projectors. We also saw the addition of bombers that are much different from what we saw in the past. The Resistance made use of the MG-100 Star Fortress. This Star Fortress would release bombs that were magnetically attracted to their target from a large modular bomb magazine. This bomber has been dated back to the final days of the Galactic Civil War, when the New Republic besieged stubborn Imperial holdouts. During the decades after the war, manufacturing of the ship was reduced, and disarmed versions of the ship were used by civilians for cargo drops, mining, and wildlife suppression. The final ship in the Resistance fleet was one of the weakest. The visual was a hybrid design known as a cargo frigate. It combined basic defenses with extensive cargo capacity. These combined traits meant that it wouldn't have lasted long in serious ship-to-ship combat. Moving on to the fighters, we saw Poe Dameron's T-70 X-Wing starfighter receive an upgrade in the form of an accelerator pod. This pod allowed Dameron's X-Wing to reach much higher speeds than that of other fighters, helping him dodge fire from incoming enemies and turbo lasers. We also saw the return of the A-Wing, this time around being the RZ-2 A-Wing Interceptor. This ship was already decades old by the time we see it in The Last Jedi, but it is still an upgrade over the original RZ-1 A-Wing that the Rebellion made use of. Improvements that have been made include refined cannon mountings, a streamlined hull, and more powerful jammers. The final vehicle that the Resistance used wasn't technically new. In fact, it very well may be the oldest vehicle in The Last Jedi besides that of the Millennium Falcon. The V-4XD Ski Speeder, also known as the Skim Speeder, actually predates the Rebel Alliance. These were once used as sporting vehicles by civilians, but the Rebellion would add light armor to the craft and outfit it with twin laser cannons. The speeder also had a halo foil along the bottom to add extra stability if needed. This concludes the list of all new vehicles used by the Resistance introduced in The Last Jedi. If you haven't seen the First Order one, I'll put a link to it in the description below, and stay tuned later as I'll be covering all the other vehicles that were seen in the film that didn't belong to any particular side. Also, tell me in the comment section below which Resistance vehicle from The Last Jedi was your favorite. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to press that like button and share with your friends to get them in on the conversation as well. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Marauders Guild and ring the bell to be notified of whenever we upload. Until the next time, may the force of others be with you.